Hello, my name is Joel, and welcome to WTF Performance channel. Today, we are on our way to go pick up a pickup truck I found. I've been doing a lot of stuff. We've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of home repair, a lot of RV modifications, and now that we're finally settled into the new house, I do have a long list of stuff to do, but I can start getting back to my bread and butter, which is working on rusty garbage piles of cars. So, in order to buy rusty piles of cars, you need something to pull them with. So I tracked down, about an hour from the house, a Dodge Ram, and the cool thing is it's got a 5-speed manual. That's about all that's cool about it. But, the price is right. Everything's massively inflated right now, like crazy. Like, I wanted a Suburban or a Dodge Ram van. You know, I like things that are enclosed that I can put stuff in and then lock it. But, you know, pickup truck has some advantages, you know, especially for towing and stuff. So, that's why I'm proceeding with it, because the price is right. As long as it's not too rusty or anything like that, it should be a done deal. But everything, like all the Suburbans are like $3,000 for, you know, stuff that's got problems. You know, $2,000 motor locked up. Like, these people are insane. So I've just been waiting for the right deal, and this one might be it. So we're gonna go check it out. So I got home the other night from picking up the truck. It made it the hour drive, no problems at all. Didn't flinch, good heat. Everything went good. The brakes do need to get done. The e-brake cable, I guess, is broken, which is annoying because the best part about this truck is it's a 5-speed. Not the best riding car ever. I would compare it to driving a tractor. Is what it feels like driving this Dodge truck. That's not a bad thing. It's pretty fun. It does need a little bit of TLC. There's some rust that needs some love. You know, not gonna get any major repairs, but you know, we'll clean it up. The bed is clearly from a different truck, but has been painted black. So it's from a different truck in the wrong color, and then they painted it the wrong color. So that's cool. So I gotta sand that down, probably strip the paint off it, and I'll probably paint the whole truck while I'm at it. This isn't gonna be like a really deep project, but more just like a tow, you know, workhorse truck. We can pick up stuff for the house, we can pick up car parts, we can haul cars home. Maybe we can even track down a new RV and pick that up, a little tow behind. It's got not the shortest bed, but probably what I would call like the medium bed. It's probably like a 6-foot bed or something. And a single cab with the bench seat, and yeah, I dig it. All right, let's do a little bit of a walk around on this thing. So it's got the 318 motor with a 5-speed manual trans. The clutch seems to be in good shape. I haven't quite tripped the tires or anything, but it grabs, it doesn't slip under normal driving, so that's cool. It's got some rust under the doors. The bed has some rust. You can definitely see through the bed in one spot or two, but just a little muddy. You can see it was silver underneath and not prepped at all. So that's why this paint is just flaking off. I thought it was plastic dip, but I don't think it is. It looks like paint to me. Little dent on the bumper there. It's got some old dry rotted tires on the back, some VF Goodriches, and then some different tires on the front. This is probably the worst bit of rust on the whole thing. Quarter of the cab and this whole side skirt is gone. So we'll have to see if we can't clean that up and figure something out to make it look decent, but it's okay. Even if it looks like a little beater, it kind of is a little beater. Got some Firestones up front, pretty worn, old. And then this front fender is just destroyed. But other than that, gave it a quick wash. Probably needs a clay bar. And everything works. I mean, there's not many features to not work, but everything seems to work except the reverse lights. So I don't know if it's just some bulbs or a bad connection in the reverse switch on the trans, but oh yeah, I need to move. Seat's not bad. Driver's seat's got a little tear in it, but the old owner, he was a nice young kid. He knew what he had. He was just like, hey man, I just want to get my parts money out of it. I used it and abused it, and he got a newer truck, so he just didn't need this one anymore. And he was a car guy, so it was really cool. Actually buying a car from a car guy is always the best, because he told me everything he did to it. It's got a new distributor, spark plugs, wires, tune-up, you know, fresh oil change. He did the bearings on the front right, and he did all of the front steering stuff with Moog parts. So he put the good parts in it. Everything's got a Zerk, so you can just grease everything up. And he even gave me the extra parts. He ended up with a couple extras that he was like, I don't have any use for them. Take them, use them. He said the only thing it needs is front brake pads, probably maybe rotors, because I think they're going a little metal to metal, but I don't know. I drove it here. I drove it around the neighborhood. I don't know if it's I don't think it's going metal to metal, but you know, some brake pads, it's just easy, so I'll throw those on it. And then I want to fix that e-brake, which means I might have to open up those rear drums and just make sure that the drums are in good working order, all the shoes and everything in the hardware. So nothing crazy there. Replace a brake cable and check the drums, make sure everything's working, and maybe just do a brake job in the back while I'm at it. And this thing will be ready to do some work. As far as modifications go, I think I really wanted a Dodge van again. That's a Dodge Ram van. In Japan, there's a cool culture of racing them and modifying them, and I'm like in love with it, and I do want to get one as a project this year. But I really needed something now that could pull something now. And with the money I have and the projects that have been out there, the markup on used cars right now is insane. So I could not track down a Dodge Ram van, even for sale, let alone not like double, triple my price range, that I'd feel comfortable spending on one right now. So we'll keep an eye out for one of those in the future. And now with this truck, I actually have the ability to buy one that's not running because I've got the tow dolly from the RV, and I could use this to pull one of those home, no problem. So that opens the doors for some major projects. And yeah, so I'm pretty pumped on this one. We'll just clean it up. I think the best thing about old trucks is they're so cheap to modify and work on. So this thing is louder than hell. It's missing the muffler. The tailpipe's still there, the muffler's just missing. So I don't know if it rusted off or the kid took it off because he liked it loud, but he left the tailpipe there. So I'll probably just go and get, you know, an aftermarket muffler, plug it back up. It'll still have some sound, but I don't need it to be this loud. And then I was already shopping around for maybe a 4.6 drop. So some drop springs in the front, and then some axle flip kit in the rear, some new shocks, and give this thing some lowered stance, and then maybe put it on some smaller tires to lower it a little bit more and get that kind of look that I'm looking for out of a Dodge Ram van. But I kind of was thinking, what would they do to this truck in Japan if they had this truck instead of those vans? And that's kind of where my headspace is. So we'll modify it with that in mind. Paint the whole thing one color, lower it, new tires, and then kind of just see how it looks when we get there. So that's the plan right now. And if you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out some of the other car projects we're working on. Now that I got this truck, we'll be able to get my Corvette out of storage and back to the house for this winter. I got some funds freed up, so I can order the last round of parts to get that thing running this season. And then hopefully the plan is to take that thing to some events this year, whether they're drag strip or some drift practices or something. We'll kind of have to see how the car rides when it gets done. But I'm really excited to actually get that thing running and drive it down the road, because that has been the single biggest project I've ever taken on in my life. That thing is a frame off, restored. But then after the frame, it's not frame off restored. It's just the frame that's been restored. The body is still a pile. But hopefully that adds to its character and not hurts it. But check that out in the other playlists, the Corvette videos. If they're not up, then they'll be coming up this winter. But thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.